welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be doing a pack our hospital bag chit chat kind of conversation. I definitely have everything written down, what we're packing, and about 90% of it is already here. Definitely the other 10% I gotta go to Target later today and just wash a few clothes, and everything should be ready for little baby. This is our baby number 4. All praises to the Most High. I am so excited. I'm excited every time, and I'm just mainly going to be talking about what it's like raising 3 boys right now with a baby on the way with my husband, past birthing experiences, and you know, just what we have to look forward to. So definitely stay tuned. Okay, so first on our list, I'm definitely going to be looking at my paper because I kind of just be forgetting stuff, and I don't really want to forget anything. I want to be sure what I got written down that we talk about it. So first on my list is the carry-on for the pack our hospital bag. Now, most people have like 3 bags that they bring to the hospital. Like it's the mommy bag, the daddy bag, and the baby bag. And this is our 4th baby. And what we did with our last, most recent pregnancy, we did not pack a whole bunch of stuff. Like it was just like literally 1 or 2 bags in my purse, and I even felt like that was still too much. So this year we're doing 1 bag, and I'm gonna have my little crossbody belt bag. Normally I carry my tote. Previous pregnancy I carried my tote, and it was just really big, and lugging that around with the diaper bag, the other bags, like it was just a lot. So we're gonna condense everything, so when we're at the hospital it is just a smooth process, smooth transition, packing everything, absolute essentials, a couple of things that cater to our comfortability, but I try to be as minimalist as possible, if that makes sense. So this bag is what I'm gonna be using. I got this probably in 2020, I want to say, and the brand is called Base. I believe that's how you say it. It's BEIS, and I love their bags. They mainly sell carry-on luggage and things like that, and I have a few bags from them. Like I have a weekender. It is so big and just really comfortable to carry when you're like, it would have been perfect if I didn't want to pack everybody's things in this bag. Like that would have been perfect for a hospital bag, but I want to fit my husband's stuff in here as well, and like the baby stuff. So I didn't want to use that. I have a work tote. It's really cute. Misplaced it, and I found it in my husband's car in the trunk. So I'm gonna probably get back to using that when I go back to work, y'all willing. If I do that, you know, might be stay-at-home mom, you know, whatever the Most High's will, I'm down for it. So, and I have a matching book bag for this bag, and my husband has a bag like this. So, and I love this bag. Like it's literally convenient for traveling. Like you get your suitcase and you unzip this portion, and this goes on the part where you're like the handles that you pull up, and it's just very convenient to travel with. And then you got the bottom part that opens, you know, put your shoes in, put most of your clothes in, so you can fit more stuff in here. And then it has all of these pocket folds. Like great bag. So I'm definitely gonna be using this. And I'm gonna take these. This is like the shoulder strap. I'm gonna take these off just so I can efficiently pack everything. Okay, so first thing we have on the list is a packable bag for the baby. This is definitely my first time intentionally packing a bag so I can fit hospital stuff in this bag. Now, with Exodus, we definitely, this is our youngest baby, Exodus. We definitely did not pack an additional bag. We brought his diaper bag, and his diaper bag is very it's a Coach leather book bag, you know, very nice and stylish. The only thing with that is it doesn't stretch, so it's a leather bag and you couldn't fit a lot of stuff in it, and I already had a little bit too much in there, so I didn't really fit as many diapers as I wanted, as many pads or any of the hospital essentials that they provide you with for free. So, well, not free because you know your medical insurance is paying for it, but you know what I mean. So I am packing this American Eagle reusable bag, and we're just gonna, all those diapers we're getting, all the little hats and blankets and all of that, we're gonna put that in here. I definitely heard a noise. I think that was the door. My husband is getting stuff together. So we're gonna fold this as small and compacted as possible so everything can fit seamlessly in this bag. And I'm gonna put it, since it's flat, I'm gonna put this in this little side flap. Looks like a laptop pouch. Okay. So next on the list, I'm even the things that I'm not packing yet, I'm gonna just say like what it is, and I'm gonna pack it as we're leaving because I still use these things like daily. I am bringing copies of our birthing plan. We plan to, this is our first time actually writing, like making an effort to type out our birthing plan, so we're not saying everything last minute or just relying on word of mouth. Like we have actual actual birthing plan typed out, and I'm gonna bring at least 3 copies. Like I'm gonna have one for family that's in there so they can see, be witnesses, and be sure these doctors and the nurses are abiding by what the birthing plan says. And I'm gonna have another one for the nurses to take on file, put it on my file, like so they can't say they didn't know. And I'm gonna have another one just in case they didn't get that one for any reason. And Lord willing, everything goes according to this birthing plan. So I'm definitely gonna reprint that because I have some things that I want to add on there. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely reprint that. And then the next thing I have is headphones. I have my AirPods that I'm gonna be bringing. I'm just not packing that yet because I use them every day still, and it's just nothing to put that in my crossbody bag. So I'm gonna just have that. And then I have keys, car keys, get that last minute, in my wallet that's gonna be in my purse. Next thing I have is I'm carrying this bag. This is like my essential cosmetic bag that I put, like, you know, pads or chargers, lip gloss, headbands, hair ties, and stuff like that. So So the first thing I brought a headband just so I can have my hair pulled back, and it's just not in my face because I don't really bring hair ties. The past few times being in the hospital, I didn't make it intentional to bring hair ties because I just wasn't thinking about it, but I ended up needing them. So I had those, a headband and hair ties. And then I have a comb. I got me and my husband's toothbrushes. These are like the travel ones. I believe I got these from Target. And it's just more convenient because you can just flip them closed and they're small, travel size. This is his, and you can tell them apart because his is darker and mine is light gray. Okay, next I have soap. I got Dial soap because it's an antibacterial soap and it really cleans you. And I just want to feel clean, especially after labor and delivery. And just to bring our own soap because I don't like their soap. And I got some chapstick or lip balm. It's Summer's Friday. This is my favorite. It's kind of pricey, but I think it's worth it because it doesn't really chap your lips. Like, I don't really use beauty supply lip gloss no more because lately it's been really chapping my lips, and that's sad because I really like beauty supply lip gloss. Oh, and I brought fragrance oil just to rub on those pressure points that like just to smell good, and it's something just simple and not carrying perfume or anything. And then I got a mini deodorant, the Native brand. I don't know if you can see that. It's the scent Sugar Cookie. I like that one. Got hand sanitizer. Definitely something to bring, especially since you might have visitors and stuff, and make sure they wash their hands touching your baby. Q-tips. Bluetooth speaker. I want to definitely pack that because with our last pregnancy, or previous one, we had music playing and it just set the mood and really calm spirits, and as well as uplifting. So I want to have that same type of feel this time. And I got some body butter. This is so we can moisturize ourselves. I don't really prefer lotion in the winter. It's just something quick to do when you put on lotion, but I like body butter. So we got that in there. Mouthwash. Put that in a travel container. And then these are extra chargers that I'm not using right now that I'm gonna pack. I got our Apple Watch charger, our iPhone charger, and AirPod charger, and then I have an adapter in case I need that. So all I'm gonna need to get at Target really is like some toothpaste, I'm gonna get another mini deodorant, and then I'm gonna get those postpartum always underwear type brands. It's like, they're like Depends, but they're more feminine fitting, and like it's not as noticeable when you wear your clothes while you're going through your postpartum. So those are definitely a couple things that I'm gonna still be getting. And I'm gonna put this like this in the bag. Put it all the way to the side. And then I also got wet wipes just to wipe things down. I believe they do provide wet wipes, but I just wanted to bring some because I wasn't sure. Okay, and next, so as I previously stated, I'm gonna be having some clothes washed so I can pack like the towels that I want to pack. But I also have our washcloths already laid out, so I'm gonna just fold those really nicely so they can fit. I believe you want to make sure you fold everything nicely so they can all fit into the bag, your one bag, so you're not carrying multiple bags. Especially like during that time, because you're not going to be paying attention and going to be having so much going on. And I'm going to put this where I put that, the baby's extra bag. I'm going to put it in this laptop slot. Okay, so the next few things I have to pack would just be like our clothes. So aside from the postpartum diapers and the couple of towels, we have our clothes that we need to pack. This is the little babies, you know, once you give birth, the Bella photography comes and takes baby pictures. And with all of our previous children, we did little polo outfits for them, polo sleepers with the matching hat and a blanket. So this is for the baby. He is definitely going to be wearing a little blue polo sleeper. And they normally have this, we got a size 3 months. They have a newborn size, but all of our children haven't fit newborn really. They just jump right into 0 to 3 months because we have 8-pound or more babies, size babies. So I got a 3-month just to be sure, and I kept the tag on it. So this is his sleeper. And then this is his blanket. Matches his sleeper. And he got a little hat to match. And I'm gonna put this with the bag as well in the laptop flap, just so it's not getting messed up and it stays nicely folded. So more of the things for the babies. I'm not packing any diapers or anything like that because the hospital provides that. So I'm just gonna be prepared to take that home with me. This is a newborn outfit we have. And I'm gonna just pack this size just in case, just to be sure of what he can fit. And then I found myself needing to pack these onesies because it's gonna be cold, and just so he can be comfortable. And after giving birth, you don't really put your baby on any sleepers or anything like that. Like, you kind of just let them be like either shirtless and wrapped in a blanket, or you would want to put them on like a white onesie just so they can be comfortable and not too warm or anything like that. So I'm packing 2, and I packed a 0 to 3 month for him in case the newborn doesn't fit. The newborn size is too small, and you only really need 1 sleeper. If you want to pack multiple, I would pack 2 different sizes, but you would only for real need 1 sleeper because that's what he'll be leaving in, or that's what your baby will be leaving in. So I'm gonna just put that in the big portion of the bag where I put that cosmetic bag. And then I wanted to pack a comfy blanket so he can be comfortable. I was trying to keep everything to match, like color coordinated. And this is the other side. It's definitely giving bluey. Very cute. And you just want to put that in the same spot, like on top of each other, so it can all fit. Now next I'm going through my clothes that I have. I had wanted to pack like 2 pairs of underwear. Not folding those on camera. Just like a comfy cotton pair that you'll be able, like, you'll be cool in. And I will show these. I wanted to pack 2 nursing bras. These are the ones from Target. And I kept these from last, or 2 years ago, just because I always give away or sell like things that I've had with previous pregnancies and then found myself ending up needing them again. So I just kept these, and I'm glad I did because I really like these and they're comfortable. It's like a sports bra, and they have the flap, so it's easy to breastfeed. I'm packing a pair of socks. I'm probably just gonna use these when I leave, like when we leave and get discharged and everything. And it's just gonna go with whatever outfit I have on, so I can just have a pair of socks. And I have slippers. I got these from Discount Fashion Warehouse. They had like new slippers hanging up for like $8. And they're gray, so they'll match like my PJs. I kind of want everything to match. And I got my pants set. I got a pants PJ set. These are the bottoms. And then I got the matching top. I wear these all the time. These are my favorite PJs. And then I have a gown. I like wearing gowns, and I wanted to have my own gown to wear rather than the hospital one. And I got this one from Target. It's just a long sleeve gown that I can wear. So I'm gonna pack that next to the baby stuff. Okay, and then I was gonna pack my husband's stuff of things that he's not really gonna wear right now, so it's okay for me to pack, and I just picked it out myself. I got him 2 socks. And then I'm not gonna fold these on screen, but I packed him 2 underwears as well, because sometimes it depends on how long you're at the hospital, and I just rather not have to leave to get anything. And it's always good to pack extra anyway. 2 white beaters. And I fold them like this so they can fit nicely. PJs, packing him PJs to be comfortable. And I was able to fit all of that in. Let me just show. Once I get it zipped up. I was able to fit all of that in this portion and still have the bottom flap, and that'll be for our like shoes. Well, his shoes specifically. I'm packing his slippers. And then I'll be able to put our clothes that we'll be leaving in, and then putting the towels in here, that'll fit. And that's pretty much all for this weekender bag or carry-on. And then another thing we were gonna bring as well is the camera, just to take our own pictures. And this you can just carry yourself. So compared to our previous hospital visits with the babies, this is more compacted and more efficient, and being considerate of everything we'll have, and just taking our time. And also I was gonna go over, before I go into the chit chat conversations, I was gonna go over what I got for free with our insurance. So the company is called Aeroflow, and I know my cover fell, but the company is called Aeroflow, and they have like maternity products and things for postpartum, breastfeeding gadgets and essentials. And I found them just from like looking up breast pumps, different breast pumps that I wanted to try. With our first baby, I tried the Medela, and that I just took whatever our insurance had offered, and that's the one that you like plug into the wall, and it's really big and boxy and just not portably convenient. And that was like back in 2017, so I'm sure breast pumps have evolved since then. And then in 2019, that's when we had our second boy, and I believe I used the same one. 2022, I did not seek out any insurance friendly breast pumps. I just went to Target and got the Even Flow, I believe, and I really liked that one. It wasn't as much tools to wash, and it was about like $99, so $100. And then my grandma already got me a whole bunch of storage bags. Like, she got them from Bargain Hunt, and it was so many storage bags, probably like 1,000 of them. So I didn't even need to get that. And it doesn't really matter what kind of storage bags you have, because it's all going in the same place. You pour it in there either way. And I like the Even Flow, but I can't remember if I kept all the pieces. So I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna need a new breast pump, because with every child, I start out always breastfeeding. So I went on Aeroflow and just typed in my insurance information, and they were able to send me this Lancino Discreet Duo wearable pump, and I believe this is a portable pump. And I'm gonna open it in a little bit. Well, I'm gonna open it now. I'm gonna use a screwdriver to open it. Well, I don't really need this box, but these are the pumps. You get two, they're portable, and I think that's way more convenient than having to be at an outlet and just sit there and pump. In these, you can just put them in your nursing bras or whatever and just walk around and still get things done. So, and it says it's quiet, hands-free, with no cords or tubes, and I love that. 9 levels of suction, 4 pumping modes, lightweight and portable, 6-ounce reusable cups, and 6 ounces is generally what I pump. Lord willing, I pump a little bit more than that for this experience. But this is my first time trying this brand. Normally with little freebies I get from Target, I sign up for their registry program every time, and you know, when you sign up, you get a free goodie bag. And in the, I'll show like what I got in the goodie bag. I got a few of the things over here, and they send you like over $100 worth of products and samples and stuff. But I always would get like this brand of nursing pads, like, you know, to help from leaking and everything, or storage bags for your milk. So that was what I got for free from them. And then I got some maternity socks for free, just to help with like compression and prevent swelling. I didn't get a chance to use them because I didn't really need them like that. But I'm gonna keep these for future references. So they gave me 2 pair. I got a black and a white pair. The next, they also sent me a pregnancy support band, just to help with staying active throughout your pregnancy and supporting your back. So I didn't get a chance to use this really because I kind of signed up a little bit later in the in our pregnancy experience. So I'm gonna just keep these for future pregnancies. And you know, they sent you a breast pump. They sent you storage bags as well. I got 300 of them, which is an essential because I haven't bought any yet. This is very convenient because all of the breastfeeding things I still needed to get. And then I saw Aeroflow and signed up for that, and they sent me basically the things that I already needed to get. Okay. These are the bags, and it has the little slit to where you can cut it and you can easily pour it into bottles and things like that. So I'm gonna just keep that out, but I'm about to get these freebies. So part of their freebies, I see they sent, I don't have the little reusable bag, but it kind of looks like a Lululemon reusable bag, same size and everything. I packed it away, but this is what I got from it. I got a Philips anti-colic bottle. These bottles, a lot of people like these bottles. Me personally, I don't think I've tried this brand, but I've tried, they sent me also a Dr. Brown's anti-colic bottle, and I didn't like these bottles because it was a lot of parts you had to wash. And then Exodus, our most recent baby, didn't like these bottles either, and the flow was a little bit too fast, and it was supposed to be a slow flow, so it's not really a favorite. And I'm gonna keep it in the box, but I may try this brand. But I try to get like bottles that are really close to, that caters to breastfeeding children, just because the nipple of the bottle is very similar to what they're used to, so I want to stick with that. And these are the nursing pads, I believe. Wait, nope, it's a breast milk storage bag sample, so it's a few of them in here, I believe, and it has a nursing pad, that same brand that's like the pump. So I will be definitely using those. But this, I don't think I read this. It's like a skin protectant. It's for diaper rash. Triple paste. I'm gonna read the ingredients on there. And then I've been seeing lately a lot of people use the CeraVe. I don't know how you pronounce it, but using this brand on their babies, and they use it on their face. I don't use it. I just never thought to. But they gave me the lotion and the soap for free. It doesn't really have a smell, which I would expect that it wouldn't have a smell because it's for babies. But I like the Mistela brand for the baby's hygiene, just because it has like a clean baby smell and it's not too much. And then they have this cream, emollient cream, that helps with eczema and dry skin that I really like. So the Mistela brand is generally what I want to stick with. And I believe they sent this. I got a pacifier. It looks like an old-fashioned pacifier. Our children don't really use pacifiers, and I used to think it was because they were breastfeeding and everything, and that contributed. But then I saw that other breastfed babies, some of them still take pacifiers. So I don't know, it's a hit or miss usually. They sent me Millie Moon diapers. I think they sent one. Nope, it's a 2-pack. And these are the diapers that Exodus uses, and I really love these. They don't I mean, they obviously leak through, like, when your child gets older and uses the restroom more frequently and stuff, and they're sleeping in your sleep. So, but other than that, like, the blowouts were very minimal. They fit nicely, they're comfortable, the baby doesn't cry in them, and like it's not like itchy, and he doesn't fidget with his diaper or anything like that. So I want to definitely use these for the new baby. He'll like them, I'm sure. Oh, and they also sent moisturizing cream. Let's see, I got gripe water. I believe this helps with like gas or something. Yeah, gas, colic, fussiness, hiccups. I never used gripe water before, but I always would get these. So I think this would be nice to keep in like the diaper bag if you don't want to buy the full bottle or whatever, and just trying to be more conservative with space. And then I got boogie wipes to wipe noses, and they're gentle saline nose wipes. And I think I'm gonna start getting these since our 1-year-old, he has like a runny nose all the time, and you know, a crusty face, so I think that would be good for him. And here's breast pump cleaner wipes. I think I'm gonna start buying these too, just to make cleaning more just easier and mommy friendly. I'm gonna do that. Bottle and dish soap. So this is dish soap to wash your bottles with. I've been seeing this brand, and it's no harsh chemicals. I normally use like just fragrance free dish soap, but I don't know, people have their preferences. I don't really see a reason to go out of my way to buy bottle specific soap, especially if it's more expensive. And you could get just fragrance free 7th generation brand. And they sent these little thermometer strips. I've never seen these before. You get 6 of them, and I think this will be nice to put in your diaper bag. And then I have Aquaphor. I like Aquaphor healing ointment. These are all really good to have in your diaper bag, like especially if you just like need something quick. And Kendamil, when I had to unfortunately stop breastfeeding, we were looking up baby formula that is more towards breastfeeding children, like that they are able to tolerate. And we was researching Kendamil, and we tried this with Exodus, and he really liked it, and he was able to hold it in. And then I even tried it, and it tasted like sweet cream of wheat. Like, it was really good. Not to obviously drink all the time, but like I see why babies liked it. So this was a good brand, and I'm glad they sent a tester of it, because I did the same thing with Exodus and got the registry bag, and they didn't have this in there. They had the diapers, the Millie Moon Target brand diapers, but they didn't have Kendamil. But I like that. The only thing, oh well, now it's 0 to 12 months, but they used to, when we had Exodus and he was on this, it was 0 to 6 months for stage 1, and then they had a stage 2, but they didn't sell stage 2 in Target stores. You had to go online and buy it, and the only option was wholesale. So that was the only thing with that, but this is good. So now I'm gonna put all of this away, and then definitely get back. Okay, definitely took a little break, you know, and got everything put away from the packing our hospital bag and the freebies from Target, the breast pump, and all of the goodies that we have received. Now I'm more so going to just be hitting on a couple of topics just to provide a little insight on our experience with the hospital, with our children. Definitely out of having gone through already 3 labor and excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. But having gone through 3 labor and deliveries and working on the 4th, yeah, willing. Each of them was a different experience. They were different because with Ezra, our first son, we experienced getting induced and having my water break manually. Like, they had to break the water because it wasn't, like, no signs of active labor was occurring. And that's our first baby. This was back in 2017. This was our first baby. We're like, I'm gonna keep going to the hospital every time I feel something around this due date. And we went to the hospital probably already like 3 times, and they were just like, you know what, we're just gonna induce you and stuff. And we haven't really done our research on that at the time, so we're like, yeah, like, that's cool. And really, like, looking back, no, like, I have such strong faith that the Most High created our bodies to do what they're supposed to do when it's time to do it. And I was ignorant to that, to say the least. We were ignorant to that and just trying to rush Yah's process. So with our other children, we allowed my body to experience natural labor. Granted, I did experience having an epidural twice, which with the first baby, Ezra, that made the experience more bearable, in my opinion, because the Pitocin definitely, to me, it made the contractions way stronger compared to the other labor experiences. Now, some may say, well, that's because this is your first child, and compared to your other children. That's what I believe. We just gonna say that. That's what I believe. So I just said, like, I'm not doing that no more. And with our second son, Enzo, it was just a natural flow of when it was time for him to come out. We just went to the hospital. I got an epidural, and he just came right on out. Like, I was watching his labor and delivery video, and it was such a smooth transition. All praises. With Exodus, our third son, now, y'all, we experienced a water birth. And I truly encourage everybody to try that. It definitely is a mental thing. All of it is mental. All of it is. But once you have your mind made up, like, oh, like, epidural, that makes it so much, like, more, like, easier. I was just like, doing the water birth. Once you get admitted in, like, I experienced having my mucus plug fall out, water breaking contractions. I literally remember waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning with Exodus, and in the shower, just like, I feel like it is time. We called our midwife. She was like, you don't have, there is no rush to come down here. Just take your time, walk around, hang out at home for a little bit, then come. So we did not have everything packed and ready like we did with Ezra and Enzo. Like, with Exodus, we were just kind of going with the flow, especially like you're on your third son, you're like, I got it. So we went to Target. I was having strong contractions. I had to get like the little electric wheelchair, and like stop moving the wheelchair every time a strong contraction would happen, then go back. And then we was like picking up everything, and then went to the hospital. And once you are admitted, no epidural, none of that. They didn't even like no IV, nothing, because it's a water birth. It's natural and all of that. So just went into the water, and I was probably there. We were probably like in active labor. I started at like 3:30 in the morning, and the Exodus was out by, I can't remember exactly if it's 1:15 or 1:45 p.m. Couldn't remember, but we was just chilling in the water. They were changing the water. It was definitely an experience. Like, I felt every movement. The water made it more bearable, much more bearable. I remember not wanting to touch the ground of the pool. Like, I didn't want to touch anything. Like, I wanted to hover over everything, and had the midwife holding my back. My husband's sitting in front of me, like, just going like, waiting for the baby, and I'm just sitting there like, just holding it in. I am not a screamer. I don't scream when I'm in labor and stuff. I grimace a lot. Like, I'll scrunch my face, I'll like do this and like just tense up. But I feel like screaming requires me to pour more energy, and I'm putting all my energy into this contraction, you know. But he came out, and it was a smooth transition, all praises, and it was just a really great experience. This time we are experiencing the hospital, normal route, and going to the hospital and everything. And they, at these prenatal appointments, they have been trying to have me like set up getting induced. And I just been declining every time, because no, like with Enzo, it was natural. Exodus, it was natural. And I just truly believe that Yah created our bodies to, and I know that it's not just belief at this point. I know he created our bodies to do what they need to do. And I trust that, and I trust him. So I'm just going to be patient. I'm not going to schedule anything. We're going to go with the flow, you know? So that's what we're doing. And I have our birth plan. We went over it, me and my husband did. And it's quite a few things on there. I'm going to just highlight a few of them. The reason this is our first, well, not last year, but 2022 with Exodus, we did a birth plan. We didn't have time to really like make it how we wanted to. We just knew like what mandatory things we wanted to put in the birthing plan, so we just let them know, and they of course abided by it. And that was the beautiful thing of the water birth. Like, they're really natural, holistic medical services, and what's crazy is they're attached to a big hospital network, this program is, and they promote the opposite, you know what I mean? With Ezra and Enzo, it was like pulling teeth, kind of letting them know what we wanted to do. And then, we didn't have the proper knowledge on what we wanted to add to the birthing plan. So it was definitely an experience. And this time, like, just being more prepared, as you get older, more children, taking heed to the mistakes you made and making them lessons, and learning from those lessons, you start becoming more wiser. And I thank Yah for that. This birthing plan, what we've inputted, I have waivers for all of our children. We have waivers for everybody. For as far as vaccinations, I know this is very subjective and controversial for some people. It ain't controversial for me. We don't believe in that. We don't do that. Just because you are injecting your perfectly healthy baby with medication that their body is already adjusting to being outside, and they're so little and, vulnerable. Their bodies are vulnerable, and they're like building their immune system, and it's just against what we have going on. If somebody feels contrary to that's them, but legally, that is our right. And people can say their opinion all they want, but legally, you have that right. And it's unfortunate because a lot of hospitals put this front that it's mandatory to get these vaccinations and everything when it's not. Like, if you, Ohio is a state where you could have an exemption for medical reasons, philosophical reasons, if I'm pronouncing that right, philosophical, those type of reasons, which is pertaining to your personal belief or religious belief. Those are the three things. And we do religious belief because it's based upon a faith, our lifestyle, So our church provided us with these waivers. You can get them notarized and everything, make them official. So it's completely legal. I'm gonna have that attached to our birthing plan for the baby, and we follow the Bible. So with boys, you get them circumcised on the 8th day. Just wanting to bring a little education to this. With Ezra and Enzo, they got circumcised, the 2nd day. And that is why none of our children are vaccinated. None of them. All praises. The only shot that Ezra and Enzo got was the vitamin K shot, and that was because we didn't do our research on that. And we were ignorant on the fact of you circumcise your son on the 8th day. And that is a reason for that. The Most High is literally created science. So people could say whatever they want, but the Most High, that's what he created. And so everything that we be trying to make sense, he created that. So getting your son circumcised on the 2nd day, it makes sense why they're pushing so much for the vitamin K shot, because their bodies are adjusting. And like the vitamin K shot it's not a vaccine. It's a shot that gives you vitamin K so that you can stop the bleeding and things like that. And because when you're circumcised, you bleed from that. So with them, we got it. And the eye ointment, of course, the eye ointment, I don't see anything wrong with that. And my husband, he thought that was okay. So once we learned about the 8th day, we just said for Exodus, we was like, okay, absolutely nothing. They was trying to push the vitamin K shot, but we was like, no, like, we're not doing that, and we gonna schedule his circumcision later. And they were just trying to say, like, instilling fear. In the Bible, y'all know this. The enemy be trying to instill fear. I'm not saying these people are the enemy, but whatever spirit they operating out of, it ain't of Yah, because they're trying to convince you to not trust the body. Again, trusting the body. So we're just like, nope, it's okay. We'll find a doctor that will do his circumcision without the vitamin K, all of that. So all praises, he got circumcised, and at the same hospital that they were trying to say this, but we couldn't get anything exactly the 8th day. It was the 6th day, but all praises, the Most High kept our baby safe and keeps him safe. So with this baby, definitely we put in there that no circumcision until the 8th day. We will schedule that in advance. Delaying baths, didn't know that until previous pregnancy with Exodus. We delayed his bath. We didn't give him a bath until like 4 days after leaving the hospital, 4 or 3 days. Obviously we did wipe downs and things like that, but like the vernix that comes on your baby really helps with their skin. Like Ezra and Enzo, they had their first bath at the hospital. And with Enzo, he had a lot of he had really bad dry skin. And I truly believe it was because we didn't delay his bath. We were just so quick to put products on him, on his fresh baby skin, and give him a bath and rub this hard towel on him and be all, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a different, literally different outcome with Exodus. So we put that in our birthing plan. We also put no outside tests. With Exodus, they did not leave that room. The Exodus stayed with us the whole time. They did everything they needed to do. They did it right in front of us. And that is what, and again, that was the water birth experience. This is the hospital experience. And with Ezra and so I remember a couple times they left with the baby, and no, you're not leaving with our baby, no. So we're putting that in there. I know we put a few more things, but those were, we put also delayed cord clamping. We did that with all of our children. You know, just delaying it about a minute or so. It's a lot of benefits to having the placenta attached still, even upon having your baby born and the placenta coming out. Some people keep the placenta on their baby until the placenta naturally falls off. I haven't done that yet. I need to do research on how to properly care for that, because it is ways you need to care for it so it doesn't like smell a certain way and things like that. So doing that. They already know, I already know. No formula. None. We're doing breastfeeding. No formula whatsoever. Just really thinking of what else we had on there. Those were like the main key points. I would say the big thing with that, like that we face a lot with like some kind of pushback, would be the vaccinations. Like just trying to give all these disclaimers and everything. And I understand giving disclaimers, don't get me wrong, I understand, like that's your belief, whatever, you're just letting me know your opinion, okay. But if I've already said no twice, don't make it a thrice, okay? I've already said no. Now I'm feeling like you're pressuring me. Now I'm feeling like it's animosity, and this is aggressive. You know what I mean? And I've been watching a lot of videos. I'm gonna do research on this, y'all, because I'm not the type of person to just be watching TikToks and just taking their word for it without doing actual research. Because you will literally take information from TikTok, try to apply it, and they're like, that's not legal. And they show you that it's not legal, and you're just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, no. So I'm gonna do my research on or like to see if like how do you properly remove a nurse from your care. Like if I don't like how a nurse is and the energy off, whatever the case is, I want to know how to properly, effectively, and efficiently let that nurse know, yeah, no, you're not allowed back in my room. You know what I mean? Like I just, throughout my experience, I'm a very easygoing person. I don't really voice my opinion a lot, and I'm very laid back, if that makes sense. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, you know what? When it's my faith, it's my choice, I feel like I'm not gonna be like that. Yeah, I'll be feeling like, okay, well, she's a little bit more passive, so I'm gonna just kind of bombard her with my unsolicited opinion. And no, like literally I had to report a doctor to the board, to the state medical board. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, it's anonymous either way, but I'm pretty sure whoever was not expecting that. This doctor was not expecting me to do that. But I literally asked this lady. I was like hesitant on taking the glucose test because, you know, in the past I've taken it and I just didn't see a reason to take it. I know it's a purpose for that, like, you know, if you have a history of that, but I did not. Thank the Lord, I did not. And I've already had like a lot of blood work done, so I been looking at videos and doing research and stuff. Like, researching, is this mandatory to get? And it's not mandatory. It is not mandatory to have a glucose test done. And I was asking this doctor for confirmation This was my first time having her that I can recollect. And I remember asking her, with this pregnancy, is this mandatory to get this glucose test? Because I was kind of hesitant on it. I don't mind it, like mind the taste and stuff. I just really do not like drawing blood and doing that whole process. So she was like, I literally said, I'm going to say this again. I said, is the glucose test mandatory? She said, yes. I like to say that because I'm thinking in my head immediately, red flag, you're not going to be my doctor anymore, because you just told me, yes, I like to say that because. You just said, yes, that is mandatory, but you said that you like to say it, indicating that this is an opinion of yours, that this is not fact, this is not a part of your policy, this is not mandatory. That's what that was giving me. And then afterwards, here's the part though, she was trying to force me to get this glucose test done that day. Like, she was like, well, I like to say that because I gave her unsolicited opinion, because again, I didn't ask for your opinion. I asked you what was mandatory. Is it mandatory? So gave her unsolicited opinion, and then was proceeding to say, yeah, so I'm gonna get you with her, and she's gonna go ahead and get that done for you right now, and once we're done, you can sit over there, and like really rushing me, pressuring me. So I'm like, for one, I didn't plan for this because I have work. My husband is waiting. We have our 1-year-old with us. Like, I didn't plan for this properly, for one. And for two, I was asking for information and you did not provide that for me. And then on top of that, you wanted to pressure me to do it. So I reported her, all her information. Yep. Like, no, we're not doing that. And I know if you're doing this to me, you're doing this to other people who are inquiring. And people like to assume, because you're a person of color, that you don't know, that you're ignorant on the topic, that you're ignorant to your rights. Like, y'all literally have a big picture framed and plastered on your wall as you walk in of your rights as a patient. So you think I'm not reading it? You think I'm not taking a picture of it? You think I'm not going to peep if you're trying to infringe on my rights, that I'm not going to report you? Think again. So I have not had her again. It was that one time. I did end up doing the glucose test, didn't mind it. I just wanted to know. That was it. I just wanted to know. I wasn't going to be confrontational about it. I wasn't going to raise a fuss or anything like that. I just wanted to know the information. And she failed to provide it for me, and she failed to make me feel secure and heard in this client to this patient to doctor relationship. So yeah, that was done. And yeah, it's just been a good experience other than that. So I will say, if you are a pretty specific person and you're trying to do your research on stuff, and because certain things aren't sitting right with your spirit, I heavily encourage you to do these researches, to seek proper counsel, wise counsel, because people will literally lie to you. These professionals are not professional. They're not professional. Just because they have Dr. so-and-so and a license does not make them professional. Come on, we get our hair done, we get our nails done. How many times do we come across somebody with a license that don't be professional? So it's best to do your due diligence, do your research, and put that in your birthing plan. Ask for the hospital's policies. Start consulting people, seeing what is allowed, what's not allowed, so you can be heard. That's why a lot of these doctors be getting off doing whatever they want to do to people who are in vulnerable estates. Being in labor and delivering is a vulnerable estate. I encourage having witnesses, printing out these birthing plans and giving them to the witnesses in your birthing room, give them to the doctor, record all of these different things, because they be trying to play. And y'all servants ain't here to play, because y'all don't play, okay? So next topic, you know, I can get on a rampage. I wanted to talk about like just adjusting to having multiple children and what that has been like so far. Of course, with our first son, it was just learning, you know. I felt like I was a kid with a kid, you know. So we're learning. Me and my husband are learning. Just going with the flow. We knew kind of what we wanted to instill, but just learning, and that's okay. With Enzo, second boy, we had a little bit better routine established, but we were in the process of moving, figuring out careers, trying to be more strict on a routine, like, being young and stuff. You're not really like, or at least us, we weren't really like so big on routine. Like, we just kind of just went with the flow. Like, okay, when the baby get up, we'll get up. When the baby hungry, okay, we'll do that. When it's time to go, we just gonna get them ready and we gonna leave when we leave. You know what I mean? But having Exodus, and then because Exodus and Enzo are 4 years apart. They're 5 years apart. They're 4 years apart because he turns 5. Yeah. 4 years apart, and we had time to build routines to get older. I had military experience, so I saw the value in routines. And then as reflecting, like when I was younger, my grandma had me on a routine, and the routine was efficient. I knew what to expect, and it just allowed for your day to flow more cohesively. So with Exodus, got him on the routine that the boys were on. If the boys going to bed, if their bedtime is 9 to 9:45, between that gap, Exodus, new baby, we was getting him in the bed ready between those times. And literally, he went by that schedule. Born and everything. Going home, he went to bed at night around the time the boys went to bed. He would get his baths around the times the boys would get their baths. He ate like, breastfed babies eat on demand and everything. So we did that. And when he did switch to formula, we made sure that was on time. Just really implementing a routine is what helps the flow of having children go cohesive, and having a supportive partner, having a spouse that truly helps. Like, this is controversial. This is my house, not y'all's. So I get some people's house, they be like, oh, well, I just take primary care of all the children and stuff. That's my job, and my husband goes to work and comes home and lays down and goes to work, and that's what works for us. Okay, great. That's what works for you. But what works for me, what works for my husband, what works for us is I handle the baby stage, like the newborn breastfed stage, but I'm a firm believer, daughters too, but sons, mothers, we can't raise our sons to be men because we're not men. We can't do that. So they are mainly with their dad. Like, he be getting them together sometimes. I'm not saying that I don't, but he makes sure to step in. He gets their food together. He shows them that taking care of yourself is not a woman thing. It's not a womanly job. That men take care of themselves as well. Men help their wives as well. Dads love their children, and if you love your child, you're gonna do this, and this for your child. Again, that's our household. So that helps tremendously, because like, I don't have to worry about, oh, let me make sure these dishes is done. If my husband sees that I'm tired and that I have the baby and everything, he's gonna do that for me. He's gonna do that. And I thank the Lord that he made his heart and his mind like the way that it is. Like, his spirit is so helpful, and I'm so thankful. I'm truly thankful, because he helps takes a lot of the burden off, and that's the household: the father, the son, the husband, the wife, the children. This is the order, and you help each other Christ, when he was here, he was helping other people. So what makes us think we don't help other people? We help our children. Husbands help their wives. Like, we do all of that. So it definitely made this transition a whole lot easier. And we're just so excited for Ayuda. Truly. We are truly excited for him. That is his name, Ayuda. It is Ezra, Enzo, Exodus, and Ayuda. And I'm so thankful the Most High chose us to raise boys to be men. Again, I know I cannot do that. And the Most High knows that I can't raise them to be men. But what I can do is definitely assist and be a helpmeet to my husband so that he is able to show them how to be. And we make sure to truly live by what we saying, live by what we reading and what we teaching, because that's what they're going to carry with them. They see mommy and daddy picking up after them. They're like, you know what, let me pick up after myself. That helps. Giving your children responsibilities that are age appropriate and cognitively appropriate, they are going to help you out tremendously. Especially having a newborn. Like, our boys give themselves showers. Now, obviously not our 1-year-old, but Ezra and Enzo take showers. They can get fruit and make their sandwiches, obviously with assistance, because sometimes they be wanting to put too much mayo, you know. But like, they have responsibility. They sweep under their table when they're done eating. They wipe their table off. They pick up all of their toys. Sometimes Ezra even get Exodus out of his playpen or get him out of his high chair and help, like, you know, with assistance. And it just truly helps a lot and makes it feel like like your village be your own household that you're building. It be your household. So when parents don't believe that children should have responsibility, I can imagine what their household is like. They probably pick up everything and do everything, which that's fine if that's what they want to do. But again, you're raising children to be adults. So if they so used to being cleaned up after, picked up after, and never having to do anything for themselves, it's going to be quite an adjustment when you expect them to be 12 to do it by themselves, you know? And again, it's age appropriate responsibilities. It's not responsible. Like, you obviously wouldn't give a 3-year-old the responsibility of making sure their 1-year-old brother is out the playpen. You wouldn't do that. But your 7-year-old son, if he's strong enough to, and he's able to, and you've seen him do this multiple times, and I'm sure you'll be like, okay, you can get him out, and he's tall enough, you know what I mean? Like, or cleaning up under his desk and sweeping it, picking up all his pencils, his toys. Like, that's what truly helps our household, and I'm just so thankful. And I will definitely make another video. I'm gonna make another video with different topics pertaining to postpartum experience, to what to expect about, like, after having your newborn, how to establish a routine. Like, this, y'all, it comes truly with learning, and I'm so thankful. But that is all I have. I'm about to eat lunch. Thank you for tuning into my video, and like, subscribe, comment, do all of that.